807 Bank Street started with our client back in 2021 in the heat of the COVID chaos. We were trying to understand what New York City needed from an e-commerce perspective, what the challenges moving forward were going to be because of that, and also understanding the socioeconomic climate of industrial in the 5 boroughs. This part of Brooklyn historically has been an area meant to support the greater New York City metropolitan area. That's through a means of commercial, industrial businesses, as well as making sure that you can get where you need to fast to support the greater good. Whether that's from a food and logistics perspective, commercial housing, residential, it all kind of works together.
I think in some ways the stars were just aligned, right? We delivered at a time during the market where there was really little to no competing inventory for Class A warehouse space. And given the functionality of the building, we were able to really capture market demand, which I think was really the most critical factor in why this building is so successful.
This building is the second on the East Coast to be LEED certified platinum. And what we found during our marketing process is basically the bigger the company, the more they cared about that.
So overall, the 807 Bank Street project was designed in a very thoughtful way by the Turnbridge Equities team and the ARCO Design Build team. Key point being tenant flexibility and adaptability to really fit any kind of tenant that could potentially look at leasing the space. The building was built with a 3,000 amp switchgear system with enough electrical power to basically support any number of building automations that a tenant could need. Just overall, the building was basically designed with key points being tenant flexibility and suitability for, a wide variety of potential tenants.
The city had a lot to say about where the loading docks were going to be in the building, but we built in flexibility to potentially add a loading dock later, which is what wound up happening after the tenants came into play. And now the building has 2 operational tenants operating from 2 completely independent loading docks, minimizing the impact on the public streets around the property. The ARCO design build approach allows us to design most of the building while we're in the estimating phase, which often we'll do for developers before they even acquire the land, allowing them to maximize their offer to acquire that land without having the uncertainty of what the construction will cost after, allowing them to get the land and therefore be able to build the building at the best price for them.
807 Bank Street is one of its kind when you look at what's being delivered here. There aren't a lot of industrial assets inside the boroughs or outside that have the same amenities or features of this building. This environment has really been asking for this type of product for many years now, but people haven't been bold enough to build it yet. Turnbridge Equities was, and ARCO was ready to partner with Turnbridge in a design build method to make sure that this asset was the future of how we build in urban space inside of New York City.
With ARCO, I think they really embrace in the same way we do as brokers that we're here to service the customer and that the customer is always right. Putting up industrial buildings in New York is super complicated. It always comes with challenges, but they were always looking to find a yes and find a solution rather than focusing on a problem.